Hello, everybody, and welcome to Kyrus Has Friends, the interview web series where I sit with the people that matter to me the most, and those people are my friends. Before we get to our special guest for the day, if you are enjoying what you're watching today, please be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Vibe with Kai. You can also follow me on Snapchat and on TikTok at Kyrus Keenan. And you can visit my website, thevibewithkai.com, where you can get your Vibe with Kai merchandise. You can also get some blogs and videos that promote good vibes, things that help you do good, feel good, be good, and live a good life full of good vibes. But enough about me.
How do you remember all of that?
Because I've said it like literally, this is probably episode like, I don't know, like 45. So I've said it so many times. And like once I say things over and over again, it just like it's ingrained in my head. Except for my lines in God of Carnage. Those lines I could never get.
Okay, pressing on, which you've heard before.
Yes, I have. I am sitting with my friend, Mr. LouJ Stalsworth. Well, hello, Mr. Director, producer. I want you to be an actor, but you're not going to be an actor anymore because you've retired from that.
Not so much that I retired. I embarrassed myself off the stage, and that's reason enough to not go back.
No, I need to put you in a musical. That's what I need to do. I need to put you in a musical because let's be real. That's what people want to see, Lou. People want to see you in a musical. So
that is so frightening. There is one role. There is one role that I would contend. I would think about.
Yeah. Is it Cole House Walker Jr. in Ragtime?
No.
No, it's not that?
I think, I would love to be Hook.
Yeah?
Cyril Richard got through it. He just talked his way through the songs. I can talk my way through the songs as long as somebody is standing backstage, off stage, off camera, with the lines printed real big so that I
can't. Well, I don't know if you heard or not, Lou, but theater is canceled forever. There's no more theater anymore. No more.
You know what? You've just said that tongue in cheek, but I do not know. I cannot conceive. I do not when. Because nobody knows.
Right. That's the scary part.
Certainly, the idea of musical is even further in the distance than a straight show. Peter Demetz explained it to me early in the shutdown. I was thinking, well, Evita, we could do a concert version, and we'll all stand up and they'll sing and step back. And then he says, "Yeah, what are you going to do about the horns, Lou?" And I went,
"Right,
oh." And all of a sudden, it made perfect sense.
Right. Well, I mean, that's one of the things I wanted to talk to you about. So obviously, you have a deep-rooted career life in theater.
Yeah.
This is something that you've been a part of as a playwright, as a director, producer, for the longest of times, right?
Yes.
Because how old? You're 21, right? You're 21, 22?
Yeah, for the 21, for the 53rd time or something like that. Yeah.
But you've been in this world for the longest time, and now the world is getting a glimpse of what it's like to just not have live theater. How have you been dealing with that? Seeing that it's been such a major part of your life for so long, how have you been managing just the past couple of months?
Okay, now I got to be serious.
Yeah, it's all good.
A lot of griping, a lot of pissing and moaning, a lot of metaphorically crying in my beer, all of that. Then you pull back and you go, yeah, but I got out of bed again today. I have food on the table, a roof over my head. Shut the fuck up, Lou. So there's a dichotomy there.
Yeah.
What has begun to happen that hasn't happened in a while is that I've begun to force myself back to the computer, back to the creative writing.
That makes me happy. That makes me really happy.
I really had, I'd moved away from it. There's only so much creative energy in any given day, and Penworth Productions would suck up my life. That's not a complaint. It's just a statement. Sure. You know those things. When you're directing a show, And maybe you're in a show because I've seen you do that. And oh, by the way, there's a day job. Ah, fuck it. Okay.
Yeah.
By the way,
all of that.
I assume that censorship isn't in play right here.
No, you are good to go.
As I tell my classes and as I tell my cast the first rehearsal, I tend to swear a lot.
Oh no, you're fine. You're good here.
If it really offends you, I'll try to pull it back. But
no, I want you to be LouJ Stalsworth, the man that I love and adore.
Oh, stop! Again. Without having that release, and God, I miss the people. And I miss the excitement, and I miss the adrenaline of opening night, and the fun of auditions and cast calls and rehearsals, and even the bad days are great. And I miss all that. I miss the interaction with people. But ultimately, okay, so let's go back to the root, because my training started as a playwright, and that's where I am. And just recently, I've reached out to other members of our community, names and it's like, you write. Well, actually, let me take that back. I didn't do the reaching out. I was sitting around social distance with Kevin Finn one day with adult beverage, and we started talking because Kevin writes, and then other names came up, Dan Maurer, Mark Baioli, John Herron, and it's like, yeah, we ought to do something. I tell you what, Kev, see what they want to do. And they want to come out and play. And he reached out, and now we are all in communication. We have all found a little.
There's something brewing, Lou? Are you saying there's something brewing?
It's screenplay, and it's an old
exciting.
piece. It's an old piece that I remember why I keep stumbling with it. The story is so big, and there's so many different things. But I'm now back at the computer on a daily basis writing.
Are you writing a role for a handsome young 30-year-old?
Only if you are a gay woman.
There's some things I have to tell you, Lou.
I've seen you in a dress. I've put you in a dress.
That's true. You put me in a dress. What was it? Miss Fuss Bucket?
This is Fuss Budget.
Miss Fuss Budget, that's who it was, yes. Yes, and I have to learn all 21 counties of New Jersey because of you.
Explain that to your followers some other time, Jenny and the Jersey Devil. I'm working on the life story of Charlotte Cushman, whose talent, whose success, whose life is bigger than Meryl Streep has even considered.
Really?
She's huge, 1850s. Conquered the British stage, came back to the American stage. She lived an alternate lifestyle. She took serial lovers. So
I volunteer as tribute, Lou.
So anyway, that's what I'm working on.
That's exciting.
It's nice because the muse is kind of whispering in my ear again. She's not making herself full-throated, and there are other things to do. But that's where it's going. Kevin's got stuff going. John does. So yeah.
Where do you think theater even goes from here? Because I know a lot. They're saying Broadway will hopefully open back up in January 2021, hopefully. But I just don't see theater happening for a while. But let's just say somehow, some way, God comes up with a vaccine, and the vaccine allows people to reopen theaters in January, right?
Okay.
Best case scenario, what's next for theater, do you think?
I don't know, and that's probably what has frightened me. When you first approached me, hey Lou, you want to come talk? And I said, yeah, be prepared. I've become very dour. I am not optimistic. I don't know what happens unless we all start doing one person shows. I have seen some online productions, Zoom type things, and they have been painful to watch. It's not theater.
It's hard. It's not the same.
It's not even good TV. It's not good video. It's I don't know, and I don't I'm a dullwit. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know where it's going.
Mm-hmm.
And that is so very depressing. Um, you know, Pennyworth Productions has become the big musical company. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but we're not doing that. I don't see how that works.
There's no big musical that's going to happen for quite some time unless it's put on Disney Plus,
Yeah.
filmed and put on Disney Plus for everybody to watch.
And one of the things I think we're looking at, and I expect this to be one of the major challenges for the Broadway people. Where are you going to put a live orchestra? You're going to put a horn in individual rooms everywhere, and then some techno genius is going to blend them.
Right.
Or are we going to end up with a lot of recorded soundtracks? And then how do the unions react to that? And
Right.
I don't have a picture of it, and I don't know where we're going.
Right.
So right now, I don't see that happening, which means I revert. God loves me. I get lucky to where Penworth really made its bones doing the straight show.
Right.
Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? Even Amadeus or Equus. And the show that's first on my list in terms of straight shows. I'm beginning to think, okay, how do I block that socially distant?
Right.
I don't know. But I think that's where we go, and then with recorded music behind it. But if I was so smart, Kyrus, why did I spend most of my life working nights and weekends?
Right. Well, I think what people don't understand right now is that it's never going to be the same again. Even with a vaccine, it's not ever going to be the same again. We're not going to just all of a sudden go back to the way things were. And I'm not just talking about theater. I'm just talking about just life.
Oh, life has changed.
Yes.
Okay, so we're moving out of the world of theater
let's go there.
The world.
Let's go there.
What I told Kate and I are having a conversation, and in terms of fervor, excitement, fear, this is almost making the 60s look like a garden party. Okay, those of us of an age, and maybe you read it in the history books, it was called Vietnam. It was a thing, and people took to the streets.
Yes.
And people were frightened. These times are as unsettling as anything I have lived through.
Because the stakes are raised even higher.
And they're more broad sweeping.
Yes.
That's a good thing. But, revolutions, they are intimidating, especially if you are the power structure and you are feeling threatened. If you are among the advocates and you are walking a front line of protest, you ought to be frightened. So all of those things are out there. And all of that is exacerbated. I love that word. I can't pronounce it. But the division of our country, which is not unique to our country. You can see it throughout the civilized world and the semi-civilized world. The divisions, the animus, the inability to find common ground. I think it comes as no surprise to anyone that I will be voting for anybody but. Okay.
Who could you possibly be referring to, Lou?
You know what? Don't even. Okay, but we are living in hope, expectation. Sweet Jesus, please, if you believe in prayer, try that. That our next president will be someone with a conscience, some morality, some humanity. And then he will be facing the same sort of animus and obfuscation and balkiness that Trump is experiencing right now from Democrats. That tide is going to change, and unless a Democrat in the White House carries a majority in both House and Senate, as did President Obama, which is how he got things done, the only way he got things done. Unless that happens, can you imagine Joe Biden in the White House and Mitch McConnell still there to say, fuck you, no.
No,
Okay? No,
nothing will get done.
You can't nominate a Supreme Court justice when you only have 3 years and 12 months left in your term. Okay? Can you imagine 3 more years of DuVos? My God. You know. Okay, so anyway, you are hearing me speak.
No, but this is, I mean, it's not all rainbows and puppies, you know, and like these are real conversations that need to be had, because Lou, I'm telling you, I honestly don't think that people realize that things are not going to go back to normal. Like, everybody is searching for a sense of normalcy, obviously, because we're human beings and we survive on patterns and consistency. But right now, the only consistency we have is that things are weird. That's it.
Yeah, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, and in between there is no.
There's nothing. We can't even agree on whether we should put on a freaking mask. Put on your mask. just put on your mask. We can, like, that's, even that in the United States at least has become a political issue. It's not a political issue. This is a health pandemic issue.
Yes, but this is an environment. This is a world where science is debunked, where those with the authority, the power, and position of responsibility can say, no, it's not getting warmer out here. You don't have enough history. And it's like, excuse me?
Right.
Do you actually look at the numbers? Do you look at how long they've been taking the global temperature, 130 years? You know, I think that represents a fair indication.
Yes.
And until, okay. Other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how did you enjoy the show? Iris, there are days I just can't go there. I get tired.
It is, and that's the thing. I totally get it, because it is exhausting, and because on top of the pandemic, on top of the issue that's going on politically, we are calling for, I don't know, equality and justice. What?
Yeah.
What? Black people don't want to be murdered anymore? Oh, man.
Okay. Okay. And Kyrus, you know the root of this conversation because you've known me long enough.
I have. Mm-hmm.
Part of my world, part of my fear, part of my terror, and it is the awareness and the realization that my son has to have conversations with his sons. The conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know it. Why be coy? I come from, mine is a colorful family.
Yes.
And if anybody watching this doesn't know, what the fuck you doing watching Kyrus?
I have viewers from all over the world, my friend.
Okay, dude,
all over the world.
You feel it necessary, you want to explain colorful? Can we just go past the fact?
No, we can. So Lou has, let's just say he has a little black in his family, to say the least. And so, like,
and I worry about my grandsons.
Mm-hmm.
Young Josh is 23. Okay, Micah I think is 10. I lost count of their ages a long time ago. Okay.
That's a very grandpa thing to say, by the way.
Yeah, well, it is. It is, okay. But I actually have those concerns.
Yeah.
And I have concerns. My son is an amazing young man.
Mm-hmm.
And what he is doing as a father makes my eyes wet. He's so very good at it. It's like, wow, where did he come from? So very good. And my son can be, he wants things done. He wants them done now. Okay. And I worry for him, because I see elements of his life affected by who he has chosen for his life mate, and that they, as a couple, make decisions based on that reality. And it's like, no, ain't supposed to be that way. And then here we go as I make the pivot.
Yeah.
Okay, and I listen to Christians. I got nothing there. I got nothing there. I was raised as a Roman Catholic.
Yeah.
And I listen to Christians spewing hate, and I just want to close my eyes and walk away from it because I have nothing good to say about it. Christianity is probably a wonderful thing. Too bad nobody practices it. I'm not the first to say that I stole that from somebody, but it's true. It's just all of those things out there, and that's the world we live in. And
so this is what I'm going to ask you, Mr. LouJ Stalsworth. Get to all of the people right now that may be watching, and they're like, "Please, Mr. Stalsworth, give me a sense of hope. Give me a sense of reason. Why should I be happy today, Mr. Stalsworth?"
Okay, realistically, because the preponderance of your friends, okay?
Yes.
No, okay, seriously.
Yeah.
I share with them the reality of my life. And this is my mantra. I know that half the world would kill for half what I have. Roof over my head, food on the table, flush toilets, drinking water, clothes on my back. Yeah.
A beautiful wife. I just saved you. You're welcome, by the way.
Among the luckiest people. I was talking about things everybody has. Not everybody has my Kate, so you don't get that. Okay. So I have to celebrate that which is good in my life. And there are days where it's when you look at the madness, when you look at the violence, there are days that I want to curl up on a ball. Let me just shut the door and for just a little bit pretend, swear, be depressed, all of those human emotions. I do not deny myself access to them. I am allowed to be unhappy. I am allowed to be sad. I'm allowed to cry. I'm allowed to be frightened. And then half the world, half what I have. And then, Kate, what's for dinner tonight? I don't know. What do you want, Lou? I don't know. What do you want? Well, here, let's try this because we haven't done that.
Right.
And, we'll go outside and we'll sit under the arbor and we'll have an adult beverage and we'll read a good book and try to hang on to the good stuff.
Well, let me tell you, you've always been a good friend of mine, and I've always enjoyed working with you and being your friend and talking with you, and I hope that I give you at least half of the amount of joy that you have given me, my friend. Because you and I go way back. We go way back.
Yeah, Jenny and the Jersey Devil
that was 2005.
Oh, I think it may have been earlier than that.
I don't know. I was a senior. No, actually, no, it wasn't. It was January of 2000 and it was January of 2005. I'll never forget that because I knew I was in my senior year, and that was the first show I did after I had gotten suspended from school. And I was.
Going to tell us why?
Oh, that's a story. That was I got in trouble. That's a story. I never told you the story about how you and this is I need to tell you the story because you offered me an opportunity to perform when that opportunity in general was taken away because of the bullshit that I did my fall year of my senior my fall semester.
It took you that long? It took you that long? Crap! They threw me out of school when I was in 4th grade. That's not acting out, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Go home, don't come back without your mother.
No. Yeah, I got big trouble my senior year of high school, and so that was the first Ginny and the Jersey Devil. January 2006 was the first show I did. Which, by the way, 15 years ago, 15. Do we feel old yet?
Actually, here's the worst. Want to feel old?
Yeah.
Jordan, my baby
Yes.
girl, was
Yes.
doing some paperwork, and they're asking information about her family. Was anybody in her family a veteran? She goes,
Yeah.
"Pop, are you a veteran or a retiree?" And I said, "No, I'm a vet.
Yeah.
I didn't have another 16 and a half years in me to go for 20." So, and she asked me, when did I go in and how long was I in? When did I get out?
Yeah.
And what I discovered, and actually have forgotten, the end of this month of July will be 55 years ago that I enlisted in the Air Force.
No way.
Yeah, so all of a sudden, 15 years, nothing. When I look back and it's like, 50?
55. And I'm sure, do you remember it as if it was yesterday?
I do solemnly swear to uphold and protect the Constitution against enemies within and without. No, I don't remember any of it. Like it was yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you go back and change anything?
Can't do that. No.
I know you can't, would you?
No. Okay. And it all goes back to enlistment, Arizona, meet a really attractive woman. Yeah. And I said, I liked it. And so I married her. Okay. Yeah. And it only lasts 12 years. Okay. That was
only.
Okay? Only that's 12 years. But the joy of that are Joshua and Jennifer.
Yeah.
Who are the parents of my grandchildren. Change any of it? Not a shot. Mm-hmm. Not a shot.
Yeah. Have you watched Hamilton on Disney Plus? Do you have Disney Plus? You don't look like a Disney Plus guy. Do you have Disney Plus?
Yes,
do you have Disney Plus?
We did.
LouJ Stalsworth has Disney Plus.
I don't know how long I'll have it, but I did want to see Hamilton. And I tell you what, I said for the longest time that I was not the audience for it. You know,
fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Not my music. I can't.
Fair enough. Okay. Fair enough.
In case you hadn't noticed, I'm a little white man, and you know, it's like this isn't my show.
Yes.
But I could get. I think like $7, $8, and get into the theater. My internet connection is unstable. How that happened? So yes, I have seen. We watched it. You know what? I'm late to the party. That's fucking brilliant. Every moment of it.
I watched it 5 times, Lou. I watched it again earlier this morning.
It is just.
Well, I'm pretty sure you appreciate it even more. I mean, from I guess even from just like a logistical standpoint, because I know from as a director, just the staging of it was just.
Oh, the stage pictures were magnificent. The choreography, but my first reaction is to Lin-Manuel. Mm-hmm. The playwright looks at the creator and says, "Damn." Mm-hmm. Let me just fold my computer up because I got nothing. I got nothing. And of course, now I'm looking at the articles and I'm listening to the clips and the trailers and the teasers. And the brilliance of it is it's just all right. Now, granted, he started with some original work. He started with a book that was he had a book, and that really helps. What he did with it is special. But my respect for him is immense because in the Heights, I was not taken by it.
We've had conversations about that.
You know, 5 minutes into the story, I'll go, okay, fine. So here's the ticket, and they win it, and they get it back, and everybody lives happily ever after. And
now, be careful. I have 2 In the Heights tattoos on my body, so
again, I'm not the audience, and I accept that. But the story, it was like, really? Yeah. There was nothing brilliant about the story, I said. Okay. Okay, again, I'm not the audience, and I don't care.
That's fair. No, that's fair. I know we've talked about this. Yes.
But when I was maybe 3 minutes into Hamilton, I'm going, oh fuck me, oh
Uh-huh.
man, the brilliance, the
Yes.
absolute brilliance. Okay, so why do you ask? Have I seen Hamilton? You started this thread.
I
Why?
was just curious. No, there's no ulterior motive here.
Yeah.
I was just curious if LouJ Stalsworth has number one, if he's seen Hamilton, number two, if LouJ Stalsworth has Disney Plus. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news.
Okay, all right, stop. That we only have it on our computer because apparently we need something called a smart TV, and my TV
Yes.
isn't smart enough. We've had it.
So you watch it on your computer, okay?
Yeah, which is fine. A big screen and everything.
Okay. Okay.
And yeah, I sure as hell ain't going to watch it on a phone. What are you,
That's
mad?
fair. That's
I
fair.
don't understand anybody who uses a cell phone or anything other than making a phone call. The idea that somebody would watch a show, a movie on a picture this big. Well, maybe your eyes are better than mine. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. So
Maybe you hold it close and the picture gets big. I don't.
not only do I have my laptop, I also have my cell phone. I also have my iPad, and I also have my Kindle. So
The problem.
my TV.
The problem is I couldn't remember that many passwords. Trying to get into Zoom this morning was like, oh shit, what's the what's the password?
Oh my gosh, I can't. Lou, I love you, man. I appreciate you taking the time to sit with me and to chat, and because it's been a minute, my friend. It's been a minute.
You know what? It's been more than a minute, and they've been good years.
Yes, yes.
And for those who don't know, can I tell them that I got you on that I got you in place for something when we go back on stage?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I've been in love with the works of August Wilson forever. I think Fences is one of the most brilliant straight play scripts. Mm-hmm. And when we get back on stage, we're putting those fences up. Kyrus will be there. Dina Giles Shayoub is supposed to be there. And, it ain't a musical. And I'm not too sure how much it's. Okay, that's where we're going. So that answers the question that I didn't really answer earlier. What do I see in the future? Blood and guts. Somebody's going to get hurt if they get in my way. We're going to do Fences. I'm looking.
It needs to happen. It needs to happen.
That's a good thing.
Come on, it needs to happen. Well, Lou, I love you to death, my friend. Thank you for sitting with me, and I cannot wait to see you again. Maybe we could social distance, and I can have an adult beverage with you, my friend.
We can make that happen anytime.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you, Lou. To everybody else that watches, if you enjoyed watching this, you can follow me once again on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Vibe with Kai. You can also follow me on Snapchat and now I'm in my head because of you. You can also follow me on Snapchat and on TikTok at Kyrus Keenan, and visit my website, thevibewithkai.com, where you can get your Vibe with Kai merchandise, and you can also get your good vibes. You can get your videos and your blogs, anything that you want that'll help you do good, feel good, be good, live a good life, look at vibes. Mr. LouJ Stalsworth, thank you again for hanging out with me. Everybody else, I love y'all. Good vibes.
Goodbye.
We did it.